Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're going to take a look at what kind of energies we can expect in the United Kingdom in 2024 so people can kind of prepare for it, but again this is just a general approach. We'll see what it's going to lead us to. First we're going to start with an animal spirit card, which is the Dove Spirit Be Peace. So the message is for the UK is really to focus on creating and achieving peace. Peace within the country, peace outside the country. Now this can be definitely focusing on the war in Europe between Russia and Ukraine. It can be also the war in the Middle East that's kind of happening right now. Whatever it kind of pertains to, the message is very clear that the United Kingdom needs to focus on be a representative of a peace and create peaceful times. But let's see what we're gonna see on a monthly basis. The main energy is the Six of Pentacles, and the clarifier card is the Seven of Wands. So a couple of things here. This is the card of balance. This is the card of financial help. This is kind of like a situation when somebody in a powerful position is coming to help. Now this can be that maybe the UK is getting some help, or the UK is the one who is providing some kind of a financial aid to somebody. It can be internally, it can be some kind of a program, but it can be international as well. What is kind of very interesting for me is really the clarifier, which is the Seven of Wands. If you look at it, the Seven of Wands is all about protecting yourself from being attacked from outside parties. Now this can be like, on a country level that somebody is being attacked and the UK is providing financial help for that. So practically what these cards are meaning is that there's some kind of a financial help for somebody to protect themselves from outsiders. Now it's very clear, it might be that maybe they're gonna create, maybe they will give more financial help for the Ukraine, maybe they're gonna create other help as well, maybe to the Middle East, but there's some kind of a financial help for somebody to protect themselves from outside attack. Now the interesting is February. It is the main card is the Eight of Cups, and the clarifier is the Eight of Cups. So this is kind of like the double energy when spirits or the guides or whoever or universe meant whatever they said. So Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind, something that was important for you at one point, but no longer is, and you're kind of leaving it behind and you are moving on towards your true happiness. You're kind of finding your true happiness. So this is something that, it can be anything. It can be something within the country, something related to their heritage, something related to their past that they're leaving behind, maybe something regarding Europe. I don't know if it might be connected to Brexit, that maybe they're gonna just abandon that. There's something that they're gonna abandon, something that they're gonna turn their back to it, right? You can kind of clearly see that that's like they're turning their back to something. So again, this can be even some kind of a policy. This can be turning their back behind. I would doubt that they would do that with the monarchy, but this can be something that something that was very dear for them. It can be like something political, something economical, something international that they're gonna leave behind. It's kind of very hard because when the clarifier card is the same as the original one, it's very hard to kind of clarify what's gonna happen. But let's see, March gonna be the Eight of Wands, and it is clarified by the Hangman. So it's very interesting because you have two cards that are kind of have a very different kind of meaning. First of all, the Eight of Wands is this very fast-moving energy where things are happening, and it's kind of hard to keep up with it. It can be messages, it can be documents, it can be travel, it can be a treaty. The Hangman is on the other side, kind of this stuck energy, when things are not moving forward, when things are kind of stale, you're kind of stuck in a rut type of energy, and you kind of need, and that kind of forces you to see things from a different perspective, or you need to give up something in order to get the enlightenment that you need. So what I'm kind of getting here that in this month there might be some kind of a news coming in, something that kind of forces the United Kingdom to change their views on something, or to give up something that was important for them, to kind of able to move forward. Because it's very interesting here, the energies of the Eight of Cups and the Hanged Man, because the Eight of Cups, leaving something behind that was important, and the Hanged Man can be all about giving something up. So we'll see what kind of news will come in March, that will kind of forces the country to see things from a different perspective. Let me know what you think in the comment. But let's see what April is gonna be all about. April is presented by the Queen of Pentacles, and it is clarified by the Hermit energy. So, Queen of Pentacles. Now, obviously, it can be a court. It's a court card, so it might be that it can be a representative of anybody from the royal family itself. So I don't know if it can be Queen Camilla, for that say, but the Queen of Pentacles is all about finance. It's all about economy and prosperity. So I think this can be that, because let's talk about the Hermit. And Hermit is this energy when you're kind of going on your own, when you are kind of rethinking whatever you want to do, whatever your goal is, whatever your new perspective is, whatever you want to achieve. So it might be that literally Queen Camilla is gonna be just go on a retreat to kind of rediscover herself. But it can be that from an economical perspective, the United Kingdom will kind of reconsider things, reconsider what is that their main goal, what is that they want to achieve. Because for me, the Queen of Pentacles is very economic based, when I kind of see it from a country's perspective. And again, the Hermit is all about gaining some kind of a new perspective. It's very interesting that both the Hanged Man and the Hermit came up. So March, April is going to be all about trying to gain some kind of a new perspective for the country. But let's see what May is bringing. So May is represented by the Judgment, and the clarifier is the Star. So it's kind of interesting. The Judgment is, first of all, it can be like a big decision that the country needs to make. It can be as well that the country is called to do something, called by the international committee or the international community, or it can be that they're gonna be kind of getting this new enlightenment, and they decide, okay, this is the new perspective of the United Kingdom, because the Judgment kind of has this rebirth type of energy when you are kind of following your true calling, you're following whatever you kind of want to achieve. And especially with the Hanged Man and the Hermit, where they're reconsidering their new path, the Judgment might be that okay, I'm kind of finding my true calling. And it's very interesting that the Star is all about hope, healing, wish fulfillment. So I kind of see that maybe some kind of a new calling, a new destiny for the country is gonna give some new hope. That's gonna be very healing energy overall. Judgment can be also a decision. Judgment can be also some kind of a legal process or karmic process where you're kind of getting whatever you deserve and dependent on how you behave. So if there's some kind of a decision that's impacting the UK, I think it's going to be a decision in favor of the UK, because first of all, the judgment can be that you're getting whatever you deserve, but the star is kind of indicating that this is a positive decision. Now let's see what June's gonna be all about. So June is represented by the Page of Cups, and it is clarified by the Ten of Cups. So Page of Cups, generally pages can indicators of messages. They might bring some kind of a news, and this news will kind of create harmony, peace as well. Like, for me it's very interesting that the Ten of Cups is this very peaceful time after a difficulty, harmony, balance, when you're kind of finding happiness even when you went through some difficult times. And when I kind of connect it to the main energy of the be a peace, it might be that there's some kind of a news, some kind of a treaty, something that's gonna be creating a peaceful time in June. Now it can be like, being a court card, it might be that there might be some good news related to the royal family, some of the princes maybe, because the pages can be children as well, so maybe there's going to be some positive news regarding that. And let's see what July is going to be all about. July is represented by the moon, and it is clarified by the Five of Swords. So the moon is all about secrets, uncertainty, and kind of one of those times when you need to follow your inner guidance. So definitely this month can be some uncertainty impacting the United Kingdom, and since it is clarified by the Five of Swords, first of all, it can be that this uncertainty can create a lot of headaches. But generally, the Five of Swords is the card of conflict. I can see it as a card of war as well in terms of a country. This is kind of like one of those conflicts where more communication is needed in order to have a win-win situation, because this is one of those areas where people are kind of trying to win at all price. So I think this is kind of like one of those months where probably the country will need to focus on better communication. Again, this can be some conflict. It can be some kind of a conflict that will create uncertainty. Let's see what August is all about. August, we have here the star returning, which is beautiful, and it is clarified by the Ten of Wands. So star is all about healing, hope, wish fulfillment. So I think something great is gonna happen in August, something that the country is wishing for, something that the country is trying to achieve. Not sure if it might be connected to the Olympics, but what's kind of interesting here, that the clarifier, something, the Ten of Swords, something that they've been working hard towards, something that it's kind of started like a very exciting thing, but it kind of became a burden. So I'm not sure if it is something related to some policies, war, economy, international conflict, something that is kind of a burden for the country. But Ten of Wands is kind of an end of a cycle, so I think they're gonna finish some kind of a cycle, something that was very hard for them to get through, and it's gonna create some positive healing, wish fulfillment type of energy in the country. September, our main energy is the Justice card, and it is clarified by the King of Pentacles. Justice is all about balance. It is also all about a decision. It can be some legal process, and or some kind of a karmic decision where you're kind of getting whatever you deserve. So again, dependent on how the country kind of behaved. It's interestingly connected to the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is the richest one from all of the kings, so it is definitely impacting the economy, it is impacting the finances of the country, and I think it's impacting positively. What I'm kind of getting here, that maybe in September the balance of the economy is kind of coming back. Maybe because the King of Pentacles is great from a money finance perspective, and the Justice is all about balance. I think the economy is going to be more balanced in September. Let's see what October is going to be all about. October, our main energy is the Magician, and it is clarified by the Five of Wands. So the Magician is all about creating something, manifesting something, and having all the tools and resources to achieve whatever you're kind of trying to do. So maybe there's something that the country is going to be work on hard to achieve, and it's kind of interesting that it is clarified by the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is again a conflict card. It is kind of like a conflict that is coming from the fact that people are coming from diverse backgrounds. So this might be kind of just coming from the multicultural nature of the country, that maybe there's going to be some kind of some challenges. But I think the country is going to have all the tools and resources to fix this issue. Now it can be an international conflict as well, because again, Five of Wands is just the fact that you have people from diverse backgrounds, countries having some kind of a conflict, but it's not a hardcore conflict. It's kind of like more like getting ready for something bigger. But again, I think probably the UK is gonna take a very big role in terms of resolving this conflict, because the peace energy, the Magician, is something that tells me that they will have all the tools to fix this conflict, whatever this will be. Now let's see what November is going to be all about. November, our main energy is the Empress, and it is also clarified by the Sun, which is a lovely, great energy. The Empress is all about abundance, long-term stability, and positivity and nurturing energy. Sun is the most positive card in the deck, so something great it will happen in November. Something that is creating some kind of a new abundance. Now it can be like there's definitely some great things for November. The other kind of meaning I can see that, for me, the Empress can mean the queen of the country, the late queen. So maybe that something is coming to light about the queen from the past. But definitely some positive energy happening at the end of the year in November. Now let's see how December is gonna unfold for the country. But before that, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other videos where I am giving monthly updates for your sign. But let's see. The main energy is the Death card, and it is clarified by the King of Wands. So a couple of things. Death is all about major transformation, a transformation that you should kind of let happen. So there's definitely a chapter of the country is ending in December, and a new one is beginning. And the clarifier card is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is kind of this natural born leader, somebody who has all the skills to unite the country behind his thoughts, his vision. He's somebody who's very adventurous. Now, December, if there hasn't been any kind of elections by the end of the year, then the parliament that was elected in 2019 must be dissolved. So the next general election can take place in January of 2025. So this might be just the natural process of the ending of that cycle. It might be like, I don't know, like I don't like to kind of call the death as a death card, or like the death meaning, but it might be that, you know, some things might happen to some of the royal families. For me, what's kind of more royal family member, for me the most kind of important message here is that probably the end of the cycle of the current leadership, and probably a new one is gonna start. So that's all I have, and let me know what you think about the comment in the comment section. What you think about some of these predictions, especially those of you who are living in the UK. What do you see plausible outcome for these various months? And I hope that this reading helped you or you liked it, and I'll be able to see you in a different video.